Oh, hello there. What's going on, y'all? It is your boy E Beezy, Eric Buckner in the building, and that dude right there, yeah, that dude. Sports guru Hewley, what up, you?
What's good, E? How everything going, my friend?
Everything going good. It's Wednesday. It's about 9:30, so y'all know what time it is. Game time audible, trying to talk some sports tonight. Y'all
Yes,
ready?
sir.
I hope so. We ready to talk some sports. We got a couple interesting takes on some of these things though tonight, so be mindful of that. But hopefully y'all can come on through, check the show out, make your comments. We want to hear from you guys as well in regards to what we're talking about or some things y'all want to bring up. Feel free.
Much.
It's a show just like it's ours. All right. Anything right quick before we go on? Hugh?
No, everything all good. I ain't really seen too much pop up, man. So yeah, we could just keep it moving.
All right then. Well, that being said, you know how we like to do. We're about to go to the commercial break right quick. Play some of our sponsors and some of our people here on the Nighthawk Network. Give y'all time to get settled, grab something to drink and all that. When we come back, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna start out with Hugh's favorite football, preseason football. But yeah,
Baby.
talk about that one. We definitely got to talk about that one because it's. We'll get into it. We'll talk about.
Interesting takes me on.
Yep. Game time audible, y'all. We'll be back. What's up, everybody? Eric Buckner here. You know me as EB, Young Easy, Eric Buck, all that good stuff. Anyway, I'm here to kick it with y'all about this little podcast I've been doing. You know, I talk trending topics. I talk about the stuff we as people need to talk about. I talk about some things actually that people kind of want to shy away from because we got to have these discussions, folks. That's how we get better. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, hold on. Yeah, so anyway, I do it Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. You can check it out on Facebook, on YouTube. It's a good show. I say get into it. Yeah, you want to know the name of the show? You said, hold on. Hey, you, get off my lawn. Yeah, anyway, that's the name of the show, by the way. Get off my lawn. Check it out Tuesdays, 8:30 p.m. Let me go handle this. Night Network presents Pastor Sean Love. Pastor Sean Love, devoted father and husband, a residing pastor at the River Rouge Bible Assembly in River Rouge, Michigan. Join him as he gives us messages from God's Word, Bible study, and encouragement. You can find him on YouTube under Sean Love.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Behind the Blue Curtain, Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. Unscripted talk on police reform and race relations.
And now, behind the Blue Curtain's law enforcement liaison, retired 32-year Chicago police veteran, homicide detective, former commander, sergeant, grant writer, lecturer, and adjunct professor, Joseph J. Mosley.
Behind the Blue Curtain's minister of common sense, former 12-year Fort Worth police officer, educator, voice of reason, and unapologetic practitioner of sound judgment, the young scholar, LaRonda Young.
Behind the Blue Curtain's co-host, fact checker, and investigative journalist is Adoro Rodriguez.
One.
Hi everybody, I'm Lily and today I want to share my book with the whole entire world. playing with me. Bye at the bottom of the screen to see where you can buy the book. And make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Show y'all. Hey, what up, y'all? We are back. What's going on? It's GameTime Audible. I'm your boy E-Beezy, and there is Hugh the Sports Guru, and we're ready to get into it. So here it is. We are ready for preseason football to get fully underway. We had the Hall of Fame game last week, of course. Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys. Who won that game, Hugh?
Man, I think you know what? I don't even remember, man.
Who won the game, Hugh? It doesn't matter.
Man, I went to sleep 4 minutes into it. It was terrible.
It doesn't matter. We're going to get into why in a minute. But before we get there, we got to talk about the actual Hall of Fame ceremony. You know, they did a 2-night event because last year, of course, had COVID, so we couldn't do it the proper way. I'm glad they did it that way. We also got to send a shout out to our Hall of Famer here in Detroit, the legendary Megatron. Any thoughts on him, Hugh, before I go on?
Man, I was very excited, man. And big ups to NFL Network. I don't know if you've seen that special, man. I didn't really pay attention to the Hall of Fame game. I was looking at all the segments they had. They had like a 15, 20-minute snippet of all the guys who are football players who are elected into this Hall of Fame. Very excited, man. And what they did for Calvin Johnson, and all you heard the whole time was if he stayed playing longer, he would have been just by far the best receiver of all the time. I still think he's one of them. He's up there, man.
I mean, there have been some arguments. People saying, well, why was he a first ballot Hall of Famer? And people like the great Terrell Owens was not. You already know what that was about. That was BS. Terrell should have definitely been a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
Should have been. But
I'm in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but I like the fact that Calvin got his due, well deserving. You mentioned many of the people that got him there. Did not know that Roy Williams was the one that actually gave him the name Megatron, one of the best football nicknames of all time, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree.
It very much fit him. But I also like the fact that he was classy and mentioned his team and teammates, but not the team he played for. We know why. Bottom line, Detroit Lions, shame on y'all, man. Shame on y'all for doing that, man, like that. So concerned that he was going to go ahead and try to get traded or whatever else went on behind the scenes. Bottom line, it's bad optics for you to take that money and not at some point just give that money back. You tried to make some type of slide deal before the Hall of Fame so he wouldn't dog you guys. But the bottom line is cut the check. Forge, y'all got billions of dollars. You can get that man that 1.6 million, make it right by him, let him be a part of the organization, and that way, just like you made it right for Barry, you need to do the same for Cal. Flat out.
I agree. Because they did them both dirty, man. You don't do our legends dirty here, man, and think that you're going to get some type of pub or publicity or they're going to show you any type of support or love, because I would do the same thing, man. I definitely understand that, man. And it seems like it's always those type of issues, too. And I just feel like at least he was honest. He straight up told him he didn't think he was going to be able to play them all due to his health reasons, and they still didn't care, man. You know, I just feel like what they did was a little classless, man. They usually show class, but not in the situation when it came to, Calvin Johnson or Barry Sanders.
I mean, bottom line, the Detroit Lions as an organization is still very lacking. And it's unfortunate that on the one hand, a person that wants to love the Lions because they're my hometown, but on the other hand, hate the organization on how they deal with things overall. What's going on, Missy DeLissy, Natural Woman, MG, Mixed Goddess in the building. Shout out to the Detroit love I got going on here. Got some Texas going on, some Canada in the house. We international, y'all. Everybody checking out the show on all the platforms. Make sure y'all is too. We got the YT, we got the FB, we got the Bigo Streets, and we're going to start having some of the segments be on IG as well. So y'all come check it out now.
I see how we vibing too with the blue on, man. We got some of that Honolulu blue love up in here today, man. I guess that's giving a little homage to Calvin, but that's where it stopped.
All right, but yeah, we basically going into this conversation that me and the guru had the other day in regards to preseason football. Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, preseason football is gonna be in full effect this weekend, and yeah, people gonna watch it, and yeah, people gonna bet on it. Shout out to my guy Pride Hunter. You know, he been doing his little sports gambling thing or whatnot. Definitely got to hook up with him, get some better understanding. With that being said, Pride and any of you, if y'all betting on preseason football, shame on you. Shame on you. You got a problem. You definitely got a problem. Okay. I want to really break this thing down. What really is preseason football? Okay. You say, yeah, well, you know, you got to play the players so we know who's good, who's not, and we know who to put on the roster and all of that good stuff. Would you agree with that, Hugh?
To some extent, man, because we know who gonna start and we know who gonna have their position.
And thank you for keeping it 100 with your boy. I completely agree. Okay, here it is, right, in a nutshell. You know the team going to end up being about 56 players. Because truthfully, for them people on the practice squad, you put them on the practice squad to hold them so don't nobody else get them, okay? You ain't really worried about them practicing all that much because in the end, they're going to end up making the team. There's about 4 or 5 of them slots you're not sure about. Let's break it down. Basically, your starters, outside of maybe the couple first round draft picks that you pick, you already know who they are before any preseason game transpires. Okay, understand. This is not the first time you evaluate these talents. Okay, you got the people that come and scout all the games in college football. I mean, all of them. Okay, so you already know what some of these players is about even before we get to any other part of this process. I'm woke. Okay. Second of all, you then have the give me a second, the combine, okay, where you have all these kids come in and show what exactly. Because in the end, are you doing any scrimmages during the combine? No. I truly say that you probably get a better assessment with them playing the Senior Bowl and things like that than you do the combine. What do we really learn at the combine? Thanks for the gift, y'all. We learn one, how tall these people are. 2, how big. 3, how big their hands are. 4, how tall, how far they can jump, how much they can lift, how fast they can go. But do we really learn anything? One of the fastest players in the last 10 years in the combine was what? John Ross. Remember that kid?
Yeah.
What's he doing now, Hugh?
He's on the milk carton. He's missing.
He's bagging groceries or something for all we know. So how fast you are, it really don't matter. Now, granted, you have the freaks of nature, the Calvin Johnsons of the world, big and fast and whatnot, the DJ Jones. Some of them, they actually work out in that way. But for the most part, we learn nothing from these combines, okay? Nothing at all. Then we get into the draft. Okay, we draft people and then understand that several people that don't get drafted, they still going to get the invite to come to training camp. Some of these people that are on some of these other leagues, like CFL, like the spring league that they had just now, the AFL, the overseas league. You bring all these guys in, okay? You have some semblance of what they may do ahead of time. But in the same token, you don't know what you don't know at that point about some of them. The people that's been in the league, they're not about to show you too much of difference. After that 3rd or 4th year, you know what they're about. Unless they come to training camp in like some unbelievable shape or whatnot that may make it different in terms of their play. For the most part, you know what you're getting, okay? So when you go into training camp, a 30-year roster, you already know about. Ain't no doubts. They done made the squad, and some of them, I'm sure, act that way, particularly when it comes to the quarterback, the running back, the 2 big offensive tackles. You already know what it is with them. You're just torturing them at that point. They only need to be there to get in better physical condition. I really don't even need to see them play at all. At all. Now, the only reason why that's different in certain cases, because one, you may have a new regime, new coach, new offensive team, stuff like that. I get that. So, yeah, you bring them in for that. But as far as the OTAs, the stuff before training camp, you don't need to see most of your stars at all. And it's, you know, when you have situations like what happened with Aaron Rodgers. He didn't show up to OTA. So, how long he been in the league, Hugh?
Forever. You don't need to be going on OTAs. You already know what you got out of Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Don't he still have the same offensive coordinator and whatnot? Thanks for the lottery and Vigo. Appreciate. Thank you, Missy. I see you hitting them big wins. You go, girl. But
Yeah, man, his offensive coordinator. He's still his coach. You already know what you're gonna get.
right. And then also understand he Aaron Rodgers. So half the playbook ain't got nothing to do with the playbook. It's whatever he change it to when he get on the line. You know, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning back when he was playing, it's all the same with them. They already know what's up. They don't need to practice. If anything, the people need to practice with them maybe, but they already know the deal. And bottom line, you pay basic person on your team, what, 200,000-300,000? You pay your quarterback 30-40 million. You don't want nothing to happen to him. You want to basically put him on bubble wrap in a box, in another bubble, and off to the side and have a sign on saying, don't touch till game time. Okay? So why you would even think about playing them more than that first game, a couple of them first series, that's it.
Don't mess with the key franchise.
That's the bottom line, y'all. Okay, hold on here. Oh, wait a second, people. You still there, Hugh?
Yes, sir.
All right. My bad. I clicked on something I shouldn't have clicked on, y'all. Stand by. I'll be back with you as soon as I find my screen again. Some technical difficulties. There I am. All right, look. So my whole thing is this. We got training camp, right? You bring everybody in. Now, am I saying there should not be training camp? No. You got to have training camp. Two reasons. One, you need to see what you got and what it look like together. Okay? You need to see if certain things going to fit in a certain way. But you figure that out early on in training camp. Trust and believe. The second thing is you want to help everybody get in better shape for the season. All right? So there is that. Beyond that, training camp is somewhat of a waste after a time. After the first, I say 2-3 weeks, shouldn't be no more training camp, all right? Everything else at that point should be practice. Now let's get to the actual preseason games. By the time we got to August and preseason games, these teams have played at least 50 or 100 times with each other between OTAs and training camp and little scrimmages and what have you, okay? So you already know half the team, you know half your roster already before they play am down in the preseason. I promise you that. You already know at least 30 of them 52 people that's going to be on the squad. Have I said anything wrong yet, Hugh?
Nope.
Jump in there when you feel like I done went too far. So here it is now. We are playing in the preseason, okay? Now, we already made the right move and killed one of the preseason games and made it a regular season game. Because that's all that really boils down to. So we got 3 preseason and 17 games. They're going to change that too. Trust and believe. So you got 3 preseason games, right? The first game is this week. We already know what's going to happen in most of these games. If you got a new team and everybody's new, then yeah, you're going to play your new people probably that first quarter and a little bit of the second. Then sit there. Right. If you got a team that's relatively established, like a Patriots or Chiefs or what have you, they're going to come on through. They're going to play them first couple series. Oh, you threw a touchdown? All right. Go on, sit down, Pat. Yeah, go on, sit down, Tom. We don't need you to do nothing else tonight. Yeah, running back. Yeah, okay. Let's see the kids now. Let's let the kids play. Understand this first preseason game, that's probably the most important in terms of who's going to make these squads, all right? Because those people will get the most look at in game one. The people that's going to actually make the squad. Now, let me break it down a little further, okay? Follow me, people. So game one, trash, okay? At the first quarter, trash. I don't know how many first game preseason games I saw, and I was like, you know what? Halftime, it was score now, 7-3. I ain't about to waste my time watching this. Let me go watch something else. Let me read anything. Because usually if I watch the second half, oh, this game's still on? Damn. Who that? They play for what school? Okie Doke State? I ain't never heard of that dude. He kind of tall, though. And that's that, okay? And then the whole thing is Sports Center will come and hype it up like, yeah, but look at this fourth quarter time between third and no, because in the end, most of them Superman efforts you see in preseason by the third and fourth stringers, do those people usually make the squad here?
Nope.
And when they make the squad, are they making any major impact?
Special teamers.
And every now and then you get like a Gardner Minshew that'll come out the cracks and end up doing something during the regular season. But for the most part, waste. Okay. Now we get to the second game. All right. Second game, the real dress rehearsal, man. Because usually you'll have your first teamers play the half. Okay. And then you get into second, third stringers. By that time, you already figured out that some of these people you just keeping in practice. So we got people to practice with before the season. But you already know they're not making the squad. So at that point, they're putting stuff on tape. No, they're not. You say that, yeah, you running these practices and everything is on the hush hush and, they don't see your plays and whatnot. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Not only do they have people that can access what's going on in your facility, but they also have people in your facility like, yeah, you want tape on who? Or no, you can't get that one. You want tape on who? Oh yeah, we probably ain't gonna sign him. Here you go. And that's how that go, okay? So you get to game 2, they do what they do after the half, same as first game, trash. Now, this third game, what you're gonna say is the real dress rehearsal? No, it's not. Here's why. One, most of the plays are gonna run vanilla as hell. This is not something they're gonna run during the season, okay? You're not gonna see those plays. Those plays where they say, yeah, this is it. These are touchdown scoring plays. You don't run them in preseason. Not at all.
They play their worst plays in preseason to see how they work out.
They actually make a playbook, Hugh, for preseason. Did you know that? There's the regular playbook, and there's this preseason playbook you got to learn. Thanks, guys. I see you. Those are what they have going on. So at this point, this is the dress rehearsal. The main things you're working on really on that game is, okay, we want to set this up. So y'all guys know 15 minutes before the game, I need you to be here. 10 minutes, we're going to come out the locker room. During halftime, we're going to set up this or bathroom. Those are the things they're really working on. The actual game preparation, as in what's going on in the game, not so much. At that point, you sitting there thinking, please, Lord, please don't let him get hurt. Please don't let him get hurt. We need him for death, that type of stuff. But at that point, you got about 10 people that you really want to play that last preseason game to figure out if they're going to be on the squad. That is it. No more than 10, okay? Everybody else you already know either they made the squad or you just got them so that you don't have to play your other folks, and then they're going to send them wherever they go. So all that being said, we don't have no real football going on. You don't have the main players playing for real in most of these games. On some of these teams, like I said, if you see Tom Brady more than 20 plays in the preseason, their coach needs to be shot. Okay? Same with Brown or Gronkowski, anybody on that squad. You don't need to see none of what they got going, okay? Okay, you can catch still, cool. All right, you still running fast, or you trucking fools? All right, that's enough. So after this first game, as far as the champions go and the Chiefs, at that first game, I shouldn't even see Mahomes or Brady at all. At all. Rodgers, at all. Any of the major players, I should not see them at all. Especially in a season now where you're about to play 17 games instead of 16. It's going to be a few more extra roster spots. Let the people that need to get to them roster spots play. So all that being said is, no, I'm not trying to watch that like that. I like football and all, but no. Do you disagree with any of this, Hugh? You've been very quiet throughout.
The only thing I would like to say about it, and it's not really disagreeing, certain things we forgot to put in the aspect of the whole situation is the fact that when the players get injured, you're going to have injuries for sure in OTAs and the preseason and all, and that's for the time for the other players, the second and third stringer to step up. And that happens every now and then. Most times, every preseason in the OTAs, you'll see that. And you probably see a diamond in the rough through there before the preseason even really take place. What I do like, though, as far as with some of the teams, and we discussed that, we didn't really get off into detail. I like looking at like a Seattle Seahawks team that from the beginning, they had Matt Flynn. I know a lot of y'all ain't up on him, but Matt Flynn was the guy who took over one game for Aaron Rodgers and lit up the Lions. and that ended up getting him an NFL job, a la the Seattle Seahawks.
Right, because
That was their old coach and their old regime.
right.
Guess who comes in? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll said, none of y'all jobs safe. Y'all don't have no job. Everybody play for their job. When we seen Russell Wilson, we was like, damn, Russell Wilson beat out Matt Flynn. And when we seen him since day one, Russell Wilson been a true. Matt Flynn been on the milk carton ever since then. I haven't seen him. I don't even know if he play anymore. I don't believe so.
I ain't even seen him in the NFL. Yeah, true. And like I said, those stories do happen during the preseason, true enough. But all that being said, people, hold on, y'all.
Yeah, it seems like it happens every year with the Patriots, though, man. You know, I seen like guys who was undrafted, like Malcolm Butler, J.C. Jackson. You know, the guy who was the kick returner, Orlovsky. There's a lot of guys on that team where I always look and be like, somebody's gonna make the team, and somebody gonna get cut. A big player gonna get cut who ain't cutting the mustard in training camp, and somebody gonna get the spot.
Understand, I get that, Hugh, but here's the thing, and I really wish one of our coaches would chime in, Coach Will or Coach V, when they do the little football leagues, you know what I'm saying, the youth leagues, the PAL leagues, you have your little practices outside, right? You with me? You've been a PAL player, you know what I'm saying? Before y'all start playing in the games, what do they usually do, Hugh? Let's go scrimmage against this team over here, right?
Yep.
And y'all have y'all little scrimmage or whatnot, okay? And you do the scrimmage. Y'all find out, okay, yeah, dude kind of fast, or yeah, dude hit kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing in the NFL. They bring people, good evening, I guess, says H2. Oh, wow. Hold on, y'all. We got some people checking in. Shout out to my big old nieces. I see y'all. Nasim, I see you. I'm not sure who that is. Facebook, what up, though? But I'm assuming that's somebody from the D. You know, that's how we greet each other in the D. Natural woman, I see you. Shout out to you. H2 checking in. Good evening, I guess. Rose, and all of that.
H2, you behave now. Don't come up with our hookup acting crazy.
Clowning and clowning. But so why can't they do these same scrimmages? And they do. Some teams, they'll have them play each other a couple days before the actual game come on, have those assessments, and move forward. Bottom line,
age too.
The real reason we got preseason right now is because one, Vegas makes big time money off preseason betting. Big time money, which is stupid because you can't assess a game where you don't even know half the players and how long they're gonna play. And
or if they in the season.
Television contracts say, yeah, let's put on preseason games, let's sell these slots for advertisement. And guess what? People watch them. People watch more preseason football than they do some regular season baseball games. So that's part of why we got preseason. But that being said, it's trash. And it's even trashier when you go live. The fact that they charge damn near full price for most of these preseason games is ridiculous. I say when they had a preseason games, everything should be preseason priced, okay? Half off, drinks should be half off. That way, people that don't get to come to normal games, that can't afford the regular games, can go on here and go to these preseason games and pack them. Because depending on what city you in, they're going to pack the game no matter when it is or what it is. But some places, yeah, it's preseason. We ain't going to worry about that. Again, did I say anything wrong, y'all? Let me know. Facts, see? Shada agrees with me. All right, what, you, where you at? Where you at?
Oh, shit, I'm here. Yeah, preseason, man, for me, all I really do for the most part is I watch it and kind of see what's going to happen in those first segments, man. Like you said, like maybe the first 2, 3, maybe 4, 5 snaps. And I'll probably chime in the second half to see what guys like the second stringers or the guys who are rookies they go on showcase and see what they got. At the halftime, man, I'm watching something else. Only time I was watching it when they had it to the point where they'll play all the way till like a certain amount. Some of the guys stayed to the third quarter, and some of the games when it was like the third or fourth game, well, the third game deep. I checked that out, but for the most part now, I don't even really look into it, man. Some of the guys I just look at know from college and watching them on TV. and just basically give them a shot and see what they're talking about. But it's like I don't even really watch all the games for the most part.
Okay, well, hold on. We got comments. Let me address some of these. Okay, H2 is saying, but you guys think that preseason could be dangerous to players? It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Extremely so. Every year we have at least 4 or 5 major players get hurt during preseason, and that's
Out for the regular season.
and they're done for the season. I agree, says Facebook user. Identify yourself, please, if you would. We don't know exactly who you are. You see it's showing up like on the screen. Let's see. Shotter from birth here on Bigo saying it's only good for game speed and playing opponents after the time off. True. Your team won't play with the same intensity in practice and know the plays, is what he's saying about the scrimmages. But see, the whole thing is it's more. Oh, that's pride. Okay, got you. Thank you, H2. I agree that you need to know the plays and know what's going on. But in the same token, if you're not going to use the real plays in the preseason games, what's the sense of playing the preseason game? If you're not going to play with most of the actual lineups for most of the preseason, what's the sense of it? In the end, I get, you find your diamonds in the rough and all of that, and some people you cannot assess no other way but when they play, because no matter how fast they may look at the training camp, or how fast you see them on tape or whatnot, until they actually get in game and game speed, there is that. But okay, here's my whole thing with that. Do we really need 3 preseason games for that? We clearly didn't need 4. Remember, back in
that last game, just for the last dudes as far as who they're going to sort out their roster with. Those is just like maybe the last, okay, we're going to put these guys on special teams. We're going to get this guy. We're going to use him here. Or some of them guys, if they don't make the roster, like you said already, you mentioned it before when you first started talking, man, we're going to put them, hide them on our practice squad and try to keep them and try to have them do things in the practice. And, just in case somebody get hurt, we'll have them come in and take their play, during the regular season.
Yes, they do, H2. Much like in Major League Baseball, where they had the inter squad games, where they basically send out half a squad to play this one, half a squad to play that one. I'd much rather see them do it that way, like the baseball players do early on in spring training, where they split the squads. They send half the team with some of the good players on one end and half the team with some of the good players on the other end. And they all play the same day. And then after about a week or two, they get to the regular roster. In other words, we already know what's going to happen, Hugh. It's going to be a season with 18 games. They're going to make that happen, all right? It's only going to be 2 preseason games when all is said and done. I say they can cut the fat and make 1 preseason game. Have all your real players play the first half, have everybody else play the second half, have some scrimmage weeks, a couple weeks where some of the teams go to facilities and scrimmage with each other, and then let's get the regular season popping after you get everybody a week off to get set and ready and learn some more plays, figure out who you're going to pick up in free agency and whatnot, and that. Let's do it that way, okay? Let's stop being greedy on that level. Let's stop making people pay full price for preseason games that don't count, that is not the real deal, where you get vanilla-ass plays. It's all trash, man. NFL greedy, bro. They greedy.
Rodney Goodell got to make that money, man. You argue that, and that ain't gonna never happen. He gonna definitely keep as many games as he possibly can, just because of that. Just because he got his hand in that cookie jar, he gonna always want more money, man. He a money factory.
Right, and Shada agrees with all what I've been saying. I agree with that. Prices should be reduced for preseason, absolutely. Games don't mean anything, right? And just the fact that they are making actual bets on these games and making billions of dollars a week off of that is crazy to me as well, man. But it's about the dollar period. Okay. I mean, in the end, that's the bottom line. Okay, where the mic at? See, I ain't got, oh, here you go. For that mean green. That part. That being said, Sylvia Buck, cuz, where you been? We missed you, bro. Check out the show. Come on through. Did we hurt your feelings talking about your teams? Is that what it is, cuz? I'm about to call you, bro, because, yeah, we miss you on the show. Come on through. Plus, we want you to be in this doggone fantasy football league we about to start. We'll talk about that a little later in the show.
And E-Man,
the price should be close to close to free for the preseason. Agreed. Just like
They
they
should
had
let the preseason games be free, period.
right, just like they had the people come and watch the scrimmages over there at Allen Park. They should do the same preseason games. Pay for everything else once you get in there, charge for the beat
concessions and stuff. Yeah, that makes sense.
all that. But actually, it should be like first come, first serve, or maybe special preseason price, $5 donation, that type of stuff. That makes your organization look good. That fills up the seats because for $5, you definitely get 60,000 people in there. And then that also is good because you want to get practice for the facility. Every year you hire new people to work at Ford Field and whatnot. You want to get them in some type of game time rotation as well. Like, okay, when we get this many people, we need to have this many people going here, So they need their preseason as well. I get that. Same with the referees and all that. But again, they can go referee the scrimmage game. So bottom line is stop playing us, okay? Stop playing.
Ask too a question when you said about when you was talking about the combine, man. Do you think that's a waste as well, huh?
That's a big ass waste. That ain't nothing but a meat market, dog and pony show.
But a track meet. It ain't nothing but a track meet, and like they basically just doing that like to see how strong people are and all. But I had to get somebody. I had to dig somebody out of the dirt, man. And I'm not trying to dog nobody's team when I'm saying that. He's just another example. Remember how Dontarie Poe did when he tore up that combine. He was a big dude, and he was very athletic, man. His speed, his strength, his agility. When I mentioned Dontarie Poe, man, he got drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs. He did okay when he was over there. But after that, he got switched around to several teams, man. He went from there. Then he went to the Cowboys. Then he went to the Falcons. And now I think he's on the Panthers. And he's not the same.
Yeah, H2, you and your Bristol, Big Meech, they like to see the combine because they like to see them body yaddies and whatnot. And from trying to get women and people more interested in football in that way, sure, show the combine. But hell, you were gonna make it a meat market, might as well make it full of fat. Yeah, take them shirts off. Let's see what you're working with. All of that.
Most of them really have on shirts anyway.
Like the boxers and go on and flex and all that. You that's what you want. That's gonna be good TV, okay. Hey, you haven't seen you in a while. I hear that. Hack. Okay. Anyway, Hugh, bottom line is it's still gonna be preseason. What I think means nothing. NFL making their money, they're gonna still make their money.
They still make that money after that.
I'm just saying. And that's just part one of this discussion. Because when we come back from the break, we about to break down Summer League. Yep, I got problems with that too. And Pride Hunter, if you are in the building, you have the hotline. Feel free to call. Because I definitely want to hear your opinion on this take here. Because I want to actually discuss some of the things you talked about in one of your Facebook posts recently. So that was Amy who said that. Hey, what's going on? Friend Amy in the building. That's what's up. So we're gonna try to ask something.
199, man. Mickey one more away from 500, baby.
All right. Shout out to Mickey Miguel Cabrera. He may do it tonight, y'all. Join that infamous 500 home run club. Look at her H2 height. We're about to do the short commercial break. When we come back, we're gonna talk about we got to talk about the Summer League, okay? Calm down, y'all. Calm down on the Summer League. We'll get to that in a second. GameTime Audible, Hugh Lee, fussing ass EB. We'll be back.
Nikki. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Miss Loyal, how are you, dear? Hold on.
We're not asking for your permission. We're not seeking your approval. We're claiming what's ours in the name of our ancestors. We
about that, and here we go. Let's do it. Damn the commercial. No disrespect. Please stop the injustice. Follow my peoples. But no, I can't hold it no more. Pride, shout out everybody in the room, loyal. Let's talk about this summer league, okay? Here's the deal, people. We got summer league basketball going on. They're showing it on ESPN and NBA TV. It's part of a sports package, actually. You got YouTube TV where you can see all the summer league games live, whatnot, for extra such and such. Okay. Can we break down what the summer league games are really about? First of all, Hugh, question.
Yes.
Summer league. Is everybody on all the teams playing a summer league?
Nope.
Who pretty much plays summer league, Hugh?
The G League and the dudes who basically trying to get roster spots.
Basically, we got the first, second, maybe third year players playing summer league, the youngsters. You got your G League people that was on the verge of maybe making a team last year. They in summer league. You got some of the foreigners that come from some of the foreign leagues playing summer league, and you got some of those people that did not get drafted or basically didn't graduate high school and looked up into a couple pickup games with some of these folks and decided to get a trial based on that. Okay, this is what makes up summer league rosters. Now, in the end, most of these players you don't give a damn about. Not one iota. Could care less to see them at all. You watch these summer league games like, oh, I remember that dude. Oh, he played for Syracuse, blah, 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 blah. But for the most part, you are there to watch basically the top 20 players, that were drafted, okay? And truthfully, I wouldn't even go that far. I say the top 10 because most of the highlighted showcase games are those. Last night was one such game. Now, I started to watch that game last night.
Which one? The one with Green and Cunningham?
League like farm league in baseball? No, it's not even that. It's more like kind of like winter league in baseball. Actually, H2. Okay, Shada says same thing. Game speed. It's different from that in the NCAA. Now understand. Again, as the league itself for its purpose, I don't have a problem with it per se. But my whole thing is this: it's more about preparation for the youngsters to see what game time speed is like Shada is saying. But in the same token, is this good televised basketball? Is this better than a typical WNBA game? Is this a G League game even? The answer to all of those is no. No, it is not. Basically, let me tell you, this is summer league in a nutshell. All right, get the ball. All right, who's supposed to be the superstar on this team this year? You take the ball, all right? And it don't matter if you're the point guard, the shooting guard, the power forward, the center. Pay close attention to some of these league games. If you're supposed to be the man, the first option is to get it to you. Because we don't really care about what the hell everybody else is doing per se. It's 2 or 3 people that is on the summer league team, and we want to see what y'all got. Everybody else just kind of get in where you fit in, okay? So, yeah, we're going to get a ball, Kate Cunningham. What you going to do? Okay, you're going to let Gillian run the point? All right, go set up. Gillian, what you doing? Stop looking for everybody else unless he's not open. If he's not open, then look for everybody else. There is, they have set plays. Don't get me wrong. But throw all that out the window, okay? That's exactly what happened last night. And Pride, if you are in the room, you let me know if you saw it different, okay? The bottom line was you had number 1 draft pick, number 2 draft pick. And everybody's saying, yeah, you may have messed up. You should have picked him instead of him, so on and so forth. They thinking that in their own mind. I'm better than you. Let's get it in. Let's find out. And at one point, they were checking each other and all of that. And it was the whole back and forth. Yes, Houston did win the game. Let me tell you why Houston won the game. In the ideal world, the Houston Summer League team that you saw, Shada, half them guys going to be on Houston's roster when training camp starts. About 4 or 5 of them going to make Houston's team. On the other hand, you got the Pistons. Half of those guys already on the team. True enough. Are they playing 100%? Hell no. The only person playing close to 100% might have been Killian Hayes. Hell, even the number 1 pick himself not playing 100%. He know what he means to this franchise. He know he done made this squad. He know he ain't got to prove himself. He knows that after a few more of these games, if they're not in the playoff rounds, he will not be playing. Sadiq Bey, exactly. They trying to see what he got. the other guy that they drafted the year before, Dubonnier, whatever his name is, from France. Yeah, he did. But in the end, for these preseason games, these are not, okay? This is summer league. It is a made-for-TV event now. That is why they are on here. That's why you see in the stands people that normally wouldn't be nowhere around no basketball this time of year. You'll see LeBron and the Beard and all them pop up at summer league games. You know why? Yeah, they kind of want to see what their new teammates are going to be like. But truthfully, they're just there for the hangout, for the time of it all. Understand? It's a whole vibe, okay? Yeah, they never used to invite all the teams. No, they didn't. Summer league used to be in like 2 or 3 different spots. Now all the major marquee teams with all the major draft pick players, they all play in the same summer league. Understand, outside of that, there are other leagues going on. Everybody knows about that famous league in California where they play during the summer, where people like Baron Davis and all them still run years later. People like Gary Payton is coaching out there in that particular league. They know about the Rucker League that pretty much goes on in New York, and some of the big time ballers go out there just to clown out. People like Kobe back in the day, people like Kevin Durant go there, throw 65 on Hokey Pokey Soaky. Jamal Crawford's league, that's another one. The Drew League, that's the one. You know what I'm talking about, Shada. And yeah, Jamal Crawford has a league as well. Shout out to Jamal Crawford, go blue. But yeah, people, this summer league is not that. So when you see him get 25 points last night and Cade only got 20, now everybody like, oh no, y'all might have drafted the wrong person, number one. Save all that, okay? Calm down with all that. This is one summer league game. It means absolutely nothing. All right? Nothing. Let me tell you, what you seen Cade do last night, I don't expect nothing further than that in this summer league. What you seen Green do last night, I expect nothing further than that. I promise you, when it looks like the Pistons or the Rockets not going to go to the summer league playoffs, you're not going to see them play no more in summer league. They would just be there hanging out, chilling with their homies, all of that. Think about the summer league in the last few years. What happened last year? Then, well, not last year, COVID, remember. The year before, what happened? You had the big fella, Williamson, went to summer league, got hurt, affected his season. Year before, Lonzo Ball got hurt, affected his season. Okay? Summer league is just an opportunity to make bad things happen. That's it in a nutshell, folks. Here it is. You are 100% right. In fact, right next to the team score was the Cunningham versus Smith box score. See what I'm saying? They hyped it up. It's made for TV drama, plain and simple. It's nothing more than a glorified YMCA pickup game with a couple of big name prospects. That's it in a nutshell. It's St. Cecilia here in Detroit. Okay? It's EMU.
Too, like what I told you about the middle ball, brother Jello ball. They basically fed him the ball. He played and he scrimmaged and he did the summer league with Charlotte, man. And what did they do? They just passed him the ball for the most part, man. That's how he got his points off. I think he had the first game like 16 points in 16 minutes because that's all they was doing. They was passing him the ball, giving him that opportunity because they knew that LeVar Ball was there. His little brother was there watching, and then Stout was watching too to try to get him on the team.
Yeah, Shada saying that's true. They ain't even playing the big guns on D. They're not really playing a lot of great D, to be honest. And Lord knows in the G League, they don't play D, okay? I don't even want to hear nothing about G League, this and that. The fact that they're showing that on TV is a waste of time. A lot of them G League games, I done seen rec games better than them, okay? Jello is in summer league not even starting. Exactly. For what? Why would he start? Bottom line, middle brother Ball, he going to somebody's training camp, okay? He got 2 brothers in the league, and they both doing good. He going to be on one of them rosters if nothing else, all right? Will he eventually be able to play or be on a bench? Probably so. Ask Giannis about that. Y'all just seen Giannis' brother play for Milwaukee. If he was not Giannis' brother, he would not be a Milwaukee Buck. He would not have a ring right now, okay?
He wouldn't even be a G League Ignite.
Right. His other brother would not have gotten a ring with the Lakers if he was not Giannis' brother. The fact that they all that tall and they all started out there raw and they thinking, okay, we can develop Giannis, we can develop the brothers. They got the same gene line and whatnot. No.
They don't have the passion.
But bottom line, I bet you Giannis feels a lot better with one of his brothers on the squad. So yeah, that's why his brother is still on the squad, stealing the check, okay? Stealing a check. The theft issue is hurting him. Oh, talking about, the middle ball brother. That whole scenario.
Oh, yeah, when he sold UCLA.
Dumb. What in the blue hell was he thinking? Now, hold on, y'all.
It wasn't like his pops was poor and his brother was in the league and you still steal it, man. There, I definitely didn't think about that until, that was just mentioned. Yeah, that definitely hurt him a lot.
Yep, your Highness in the building. What's going on? Okay, Shada's saying they only signed a brother on the Bucks to keep Giannis happy. They will cut him soon. As soon as Giannis is comfortable enough to where when he get cut, he all right without him yet. But in the end, Giannis like, look, y'all let my brother go, I might start to think about getting traded. In which case, they will not cut the brother. They'll basically keep putting him on injury reserve or something like that. He'll be around, trust me. You look out for your superstars. That's how the NBA get on. So same with one of the ball brothers. If one of them get to band to where they can be some big baller shot callers in the league, oh yeah, the middle brother will be in the league, no doubt. But this summer league is trash. I can't watch it.
Watched it.
I can't watch it.
No, I've never did, probably never will, man. It ain't the regular season. I ain't watching it, period.
Right. If you really in summer league, here's what you do. You do like you do with some of the preseason for basketball. And I wish more teams and more leagues would do these things. I think actually the NHL does it too, where they have the preseason games, but they don't have them in the regular places. Some of these games they have in places where you don't normally get NBA basketball. So like the Pistons will go play in like Iowa, for instance, or like the Bulls even, or go play out in St. Louis where they don't have basketball right now, but they do have a following out there in St. Louis, so they have them play there. I would like to see more of that go on with preseason games. That way you drum up more interest for the league, you drum up more fan base. It makes sense from that standpoint, okay? Plus you get some different perspectives. Okay, hold on. He like Jack Haley, exactly. I think that's exactly who his name was. That was Rodman's boy, and always got traded with him. Yep, that was one of his handlers. So yeah, that's how Jack Haley actually stole 3 rings, because he was with him in San Antonio, and then when he got traded to the Bulls, he was over there with him, and then even when Rodman went to the Lakers for that little stint of time, Jack Haley ended up being on that squad. But of course, as soon as Rodman was gone, Jack was gone too. Yeah, some players, you got to do stuff like that. You see Udonis Haslem gets $2.6 million not to play. Basically, at the point,
that recently he went back to the Heat.
Udonis is basically a player coach.
Man.
He is basically a player coach, and he has been for several years now. For those
I'm surprised they gave him that opportunity, neither, man, to even try to be a coach, man, like on Miami right now. What the hell? I mean, you got him there, man. He ain't playing. Have him, pick up one of those passes, help coach. I mean, why not?
Take the veteran minimum, exactly. But the thing is, there's certain things you won't tell the coach, but you'll tell the head of the class, the head of the table in the room. Because in the end, that dude gets respect because of how long he's been in the league, because he's been on the championship squads with the Heat, because he knows the cachet or whatnot. Thank you, Shorty. I see you. But summer league, we need to cut that loose. Preseason basketball, they play maybe like 4 or 5 games. Ideally, that's a good amount of games for preseason for them. Hell, the WNBA, they play like 2 or 3 games. That's good for them. I would like to see them play in other spots where they don't have as much cachet. But yet there is a fan base for women's basketball. In other words, take some of their preseason games to University of Tennessee, where they love their women's basketball, to UConn, to Baylor, to Stanford. Let them play some of those games there, where they have some nice crowds because they're used to women's basketball. South Carolina, so on. They need to think about these things more strategically, as opposed to just throwing this crap on TV, knowing that some people, A, will just watch it because it's on, and they the sports fanatics, and B, because they give them something to bet on.
I'm not that much of a sports fanatic. Definitely not that much of a sports fanatic to watch that shit. I mean, it is what it is. I love sports, but I ain't gonna stoop that low.
Okay, Shada saying the marketing strategy is brutal. What do you mean by that? Is it a brutal idea, or you think it's a good idea? I'm not quite sure where you're going with that one, Shada. But yeah, WNBA. Oh yeah, their marketing strategy for WNBA absolutely brutal. We've talked about that before on the show. That is part of why that league does not do as well as it can. Okay, because there is some actually very good play in the WNBA. I know some people will not agree with that take, but it's true. I mean, especially since you remember the WNBA, they didn't shorten their rosters. Okay, they only got like about 10 teams, I believe, now in the WNBA. That was good for them. So that way you're getting most of the best players playing on all the squads. So that leads for more quality games. But yeah, we'll talk about that again probably another time. Understanding that now that the Olympics, that sham is over, the WNBA is back in full effect, and they'll be close to playoff time soon. We'll probably get into that more so towards that time. But yeah, I've done most of the talking here this evening. My bad, bro. My bad. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, I need the sports guru to get it in. I need for y'all to hear from him for a little bit. So when GameTime Audible comes back, it is Sports Guru's choice of topic. And he's gonna lead it off because this is his show too, and I can't be hogging it up like that. All right. So yeah, GameTime Audible, me loudmouth talkative opinionated E and this dude right here, the Sports Guru, basically letting me go on and on. When we get back, let's hear from that brother. All right. He the one with all the sports knowledge for real, for real. For real, for real, for real. All right, we'll be back. Have you been scrolling Facebook and looking for that sports fix? Want a quick peek of what's going on in the latest sports news? Check out Pure to the Game Sports Blog with the sports guru, QD Lee. He'll get you together. Check it out. Follow it on Facebook. Make sure you like it.
Hello, hello, hello. It's another glorious day, my T-Sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Meat.
Can't wait. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat. It's time to dish tea with Big Meat.
Darling.
What up, though? Shout out to my man, Dr. Root here on Vigo. Give much love tonight on the Vigo streets. Appreciate y'all for coming on through. Definitely shout out to Shada from Burke. Definitely appreciate your input in the show so far. Shout out to my boy, Pride Hunter. Need to holler at you, Pride. Call me, homie. And definitely shout out to H2. Please keep our brother H2 up in your prayers this evening. Her brother has unfortunately passed. And we need to pray for strength and understanding and H2's time of need. So please do that for us. We appreciate it. Any comments on that, Hugh?
Man, you know we all love H2, man. Praying, know whenever you need me, man, you can always hit me. And we always kick it and talk, on Messenger. I'm always a phone call away. Hit me up, let me know what's good. Definitely love you, and we hope we all can get some strength and be there for you. Definitely in my prayer.
Yep, love you, bro, and also shout out to Aunt Nikki, who recently lost a loved one as well. You haven't seen them as much on our air That is why they're going through the processes and whatnot. But please, again, keep them up in your prayers, and they'll be back to see y'all soon, okay? But in the meanwhile, we are here, and Hugh was here, and he didn't let me ramble on and on about some of this stuff. So I gotta let this brother talk a little bit. So what's going on, Hugh? What you got?
I just see something, man. You ain't gonna like, E. It is baseball related, man.
All right, what is it, man?
They're not going to shut down your boy Trout yet, but they thinking about it, man. They probably pulled the plug on this season, man. They don't think that he'll be ready. The injury was worse than we thought it was going to be. And it might be trouble for the Angels, man, because they end up being how many games? I think they're like a game or two over 500. You know what, out this brother, man, with that bat, I think just his presence alone to get them over the hump, and they'll be like a wild card contender. But Tiny can't do it all, man. Him and Garrett Richards, man, they can't do it all, man.
Man, okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get the camera. Okay, look, you remember Steve Harvey show, right? When something wrong used to go on, and Steve be like, you know what? And then walk out the room. That's how I feel about that right now. I mean, damn, man.
Yeah, man, he been gone. I thought that he'll be back, but when they pushed it, when they first pushed it, they said we're gonna give them like maybe a 10-game delay. Then when it got to that 5th game, they was like, nah, we're gonna push it back to 60. When they did that second push back to 60, I definitely thought their season was over too. And I don't think he's gonna play this season. I think that's it.
Is if they saying that now, he not playing, y'all.
No, he done for this year.
Play that dude at this point is y'all like right there at the wild card, basically with a chance to win the division. Remember, you can pay that brother damn near $500 million. Okay, you can't afford to mess up your money like that.
No, you can't play him right now, man. You got to get him right.
You got to let him get 100%. I mean, same with the New York Mets and my guy, and Lord knows he was throwing some outstanding baseball.
DeGrom.
Yes, but yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and shut him down. Figure out if he need that Tommy John, and I hope not. I really don't, because you know more times than not, when they get that Tommy John, they ain't never the same.
They ain't gonna be the same, man. And we talked about your boy too. Where the hell is he? That's one thing I wanted to talk to you about and get more in depth.
No, about the picture for the Mets. Basically, and we might as well throw Justin Verlander in that mix as well. They done for the season. Let's be honest. They ain't back by now. Probably not coming back.
That's sad too, man. Because I really heard nothing from Verlander this year at all.
Right, but going back to Mike Trout, that brother I love to see play baseball. He is the quintessential baseball player. Okay, are they playing? Yeah, they are playing a full schedule this year, Shot it. But yeah, apparently Mike Trout is not. I mean, bottom line is you see him play, and even at the young age of what, 26, 27 now, there's nothing on the baseball field that brother can't do. He can hit for power, he can hit for average. He's an excellent fielder, he's an excellent base stealer. He plays the outfield great, you name it, he can do it, okay?
Out-tool player, man.
He is the most complete player in baseball by far. And the fact that he is not playing, particularly for the Angels, that is one of the big market teams in the league, and they got one of the biggest draws in the world right now with Shohei Ohtani being on the squad. You put them two together, playing some winning baseball, and get them half a pitching staff, they should be right there right now. But them Angels just can't seem to get it together. I really hope that move they made, drafting all of the pitchers, pay off sooner than later. Because it's just gonna be a crime if Mike Trout ends up retiring
like that.
Hall of Famer with no World Series ring whatsoever. Okay, Shada said, "How come I don't hear a lot about Ohtani a few years ago?" That's a good question. Understand, he was on my radar at that point, but me as a diehard baseball fan, that's one thing. But yeah, Ohtani basically is a legend over there in Japan. You know, he started as a youngster. And, you know, he's been doing the both player, you know, pitching and hitting ever since then. And some of those home runs he was hitting back in 18 or 19 was some moon shots. He was still hitting home runs. Yeah, he still was doing both in Japan. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I see him in WBC too. A lot of people sleep on that, the World Baseball Classic. You know, he usually be on those too.
Right. And understand he was a much better pitcher in Japan than he was a hitter. So it's kind of interesting that it's the other way around now that he's in the league.
Yeah.
18 and 21, you know, in the previous season, he said he had 18 home runs and 22 with the Angels. Well, remember, a couple years ago, he was only a part-time DH. Remember, at that point, they still had Pujols. So because of that, they were not playing him in the outfield. And remember, the second year, he was not pitching at all because he had a problem with his arm and had to get Tommy John. But he still was able to hit, but he still was healing up from the Tommy John surgery. So that's why you didn't get the full effect of Ohtani that year.
That's why Joe Madden made the move this year, because he felt like he wanted to give him more time to at bat, you know, and give him more time in the lineup because he was killing it, man. Him and Josh Richards, man, and they wanted to give them more time, and they felt like Pujols was taking a lot of their time, and that's when they made the move and put him on assignment.
Right. Okay. He said still a pitcher. I don't remember a good pitcher batter since Kerry Wood. I beg to differ, sir. It's actually a few good pitchers that hit pretty well in the league. San Francisco is notorious for having at least 2 or 3 pitchers that hit pretty well. Madison
over there. Bumgarner, he was a good pitcher batter. You know, what's
Max
the kid?
Scherzer is not a bad batter for a pitcher.
What's the kid's name? Used to play for Kansas City, and then he went over to Arizona, and I think he pitched for the Dodgers and one of them teams after playing too. He's a young dude too. He's not as young, but he got power in his bat too.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of DeGrom's actually a good hitting pitcher as well.
Yeah, he is.
Actually, you know, he's in the American League now, the Dark Knight. The one they call the Dark Knight. His name escapes me right now. Harvey, there we go. Matt Harvey, he's actually a good hitting pitcher as well. So, yeah, it's a few of them.
Adam Wainwright, still a good batter in the pitcher. Yeah, there's a few of them out there.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that kid's name.
Yeah, actually, yeah, although he's out for the season too. Speaking of Washington Nationals, the names is escaping me tonight, Hugh. Help me
you
out.
said Washington Nationals?
The pitcher that's out for the season, the big fella.
I'm trying to see.
But yeah, he's actually a good hitting pitcher as well.
You said big fella?
Right. Rick Ankiel, by the way. Remember, Rick Ankiel was a pitcher at first, but then started getting cases. Right. And as a result, that's what led him to be put in the outfield. But he always was a good hitter. That's why he ended up staying in the league as an outfielder instead, because he was a good hitter. So yeah, there's some good hitting pitchers out there, Shot.
Yeah, it's a lot of them, man. It's even fun to see them pitch, man. Because when they had it where they had to do both in the National League, man, a lot of them were still going back, man, versus having the DH. That's what I liked about the National League, because some of those guys who can hit, you wanted to see them hit. You didn't want to just see them pitch, man. So that definitely was good baseball, man, because you see the pitcher, and if they down a couple of runs and they hit a 3-run shot, man, and pitching real good and hitting the bat, man, that's dangerous, man. And that's one thing I did like about the National League. And at first, I didn't want them to take away, you know, the pitchers hitting and make it in both DHs. I definitely still feel like they should be able to use that if they want to, because of the fact, like you said, there's still some good guys out there who could pitch and hit, man. You want to see them display that.
Right. I mean, remember, we're going back. Let's go back in the day a little bit. Back when Atlanta had their runs back in the 90s. Then everybody on that staff, the starting staff, could hit pretty decent. Tom Glavine, Avery, Maddox, they always pretty decent hitters as pitchers. Yeah, they need to align it. They should have always had the same rule. Yeah, that's true. That I cannot argue, Shot. He's basically saying that, yeah, they need to figure out whether they're going to have DH for both leagues or have both leagues have the pitchers hit. I think in the end, we're going to have DH in both leagues. Bottom line, home run sell tickets, okay? So if we get more home runs in the game, we want that. So yeah, I think we eventually will get to a point where the pitchers stop hitting.
I finally remembered the dude name, the little puny dude who can hit and knock the cover off the bat. Zach Greinke.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that dude. I remember that dude.
He in
Indeed.
a small market team. I think he with the Diamondbacks, man. I'm surprised him and Madison Bumgarner and them not doing as good over there too, man. I don't know what's up with the Diamondbacks roster.
No idea. I mean, bottom line, they're in the West right now, and that's like the worst place for them to be. Yeah, because
Yeah,
some of
there.
yeah, I mean, because yeah, when you get some of those American League pitchers in particular, and they come up to bat, oh Lord,
It looks terrible, man.
they look like when we go to the batting cage over there at Chuck E. Cheese or something. They like, man, please just go sit down. Go sit down.
Running from the pitch, they swinging too early. And yeah, it's a disaster.
Right. Bottom line, some of them they just need to be like, okay, if the ball get close, I'm just gonna let it hit me. Oh, okay.
They don't even try. That's what makes it so bad in American League. But I hope they don't take that out the game because it's been for so long. You should have the choice to hit if you want to hit, man, versus them forcing it to be DHs, man.
Yep, just DH for ML. Yeah, the whole league. I agree, Shada. But no, because some of them pitchers they come in, they be like, dog, come on. You can fake it better than
and go back to the bullpen like they can care less.
right. And then they strike out and they be like, I tried. It'd be fun.
You ain't gonna dare pitch to, man.
Right. But okay, what else you got, Hugh?
Man, besides that, man, do you want to get into baseball training, or you want to kind of scrap that?
Nah, we can scrap that one, bro. We can. Okay. Here's the thing, y'all. There's a couple of small items I want to get into before we head out. One, the Olympics is over. You know, now we're gonna have for the next couple of weeks the tour. I think they had Miss Ledecky on today's show, the swimmer girl that basically broke all the records and whatnot. And it's nice, but see, the sad thing is, once the Olympics is over, after that 30 days, we kind of treat some of those Olympians just like we treat our veterans, unfortunately. And what I want to say about that is, it is sad how we, as citizens of the United States, treat our veterans, okay? I mean, bottom line is, in the ideal world, I would give them as many free things as we could. Basically, if you're a veteran, you should get damn near half off on anything. Understand, you have made yourself committed to the ultimate sacrifice. Back for the first time, says Pride. Okay. Yeah, they have made the ultimate sacrifice. They have said, okay, damn my body, I'm gonna do what I need to do to protect this country because I love it. And then they come back here and they get treated like trash. Total trash, a lot of them. You know, they had the GI Bill and they get special extra treatments for funeral arrangements and stuff like that, but it's not enough. If you are a veteran and you have served 5 years of commitment, when you come back home, there should be some free housing for you. All your damn medical bills should be free. Okay? You should get free school, no matter what school you want to go to, whether you want to be a doctor or you want to be the person that maintenance bowling balls. I don't care what the hell it is. You should get all that respect. Because bottom line, if they told you tomorrow, look, take your motherfucking ass over to Afghanistan, hit your gun, go do what you got to do. Half of us would be like, I ain't doing that. I'm too fat. I'm slow. I don't know how to work this gun. Any excuse will do. I got COVID. Any of that. So for you to come and be like, I'll go. I got us. And then you come back and people be like, yeah, what up? I'm a veteran, so no job for you, sir. It's wrong, okay? Straight up wrong. So yeah, that's been on my mind today to say that. You got anything else to say, Hugh?
Yeah, that is sad, man, because but it seems like this country always has been a what have you done for me lately. And remember when I told you I didn't really care about watching the Olympics or anything like that, man, because just recently in baseball, man, on the Colorado Rockies game, we in America. And I'm not saying I was shocked to hear it, but, they had a video of a black man going up to bat in the ninth inning and you hear the N word. A white
Stop,
man.
stop. That's what you know of the story, Hugh?
Huh?
That's what you know of that story?
Yes.
Okay, people. Here's a teachable moment, y'all. This is why we have to be very careful how we use our media platforms. Let me tell you about what really happened that night, Hugh, because apparently you need to be updated. What happened the other night, the player was up to bat. And yes, according to the audio we heard at the time, it appeared that this fan was yelling the word N word, N word, N word, okay? That is, in fact, not what happened. Yes, Pride. Pride knows the real story. He was not saying Enger, he was saying Dinger. Dinger is the mascot of the Colorado Rockies, okay? And the man was trying to get Dinger's attention because apparently he was a Dinger fan. Now, understand, they find this out because when this guy goes home later on that night and they're reporting this story, he's like, what the hell? I didn't say that. I was talking about Dinger. So he calls in and lets them know. And then, sure enough, they review the audio. And once you basically put it up to take out all the noises, you hear him saying clearly, Dinger, Dinger, not the N word. Okay? But see, here's the problem. Some people, like you just almost did, took that story and ran with it. Oh, this racist dude was sitting right in front of home plate calling my man an N-word. And that is not what happened. We got to be careful, even in this age of social media and video phones and whatnot. Please understand, if that man is sitting in front of home plate and calling that brother an N-word, and you don't see him react in any type of way, and you don't see anybody else on the field, more importantly, anybody in the crowd react to this guy. You sitting at a baseball game, right? You with me, Hugh?
Yeah.
You sitting at the game. Dude right there in front of home plate. You hear him loud as day. And he's saying, nigga, you ain't gonna say nothing to that dude? And you sitting right by him?
Oh yeah, he getting smashed.
You don't see nobody jumping that dude. You don't see nobody reacting to that dude. You see people laughing. So you just thinking all these people just racist because this dude calling my man the N-word and they with it? I know we got problems in this country with race issues. I understand that. But no, my friend, he was not saying N-word. He was saying Dinger. Dinger, the mascot. Now, in the ideal world, yeah, maybe we should change Dinger's name because that do sound too close to N-word. But no, that is not what happened. He was saying Dinger because he's trying to get Dinger's attention so he could take a picture with him and stuff. So yeah, for those
of you, this game right now, man, with the Boston Red Sox, man, Jesus, man, they scored 6 runs in the 8th inning, man. They up like 21-2. They probably pulled 30 there.
I need y'all to understand the sports guru is always at work at his craft. So it's not that he's being rude to us. It's just while the show is going on, he is still working at the same time. So when something goes on, he is checking it out. So here's what I'm saying, y'all. It's just he's still at work. Can you punch in for a minute at the other job for a second, bro?
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I misinterpreted. I definitely thought the dude was being racist, but I'm glad you brought that up. But then still, man, at the same time, I know for sure I'm glad that he did straighten that out too, for the most part, because a lot of times, we do get the racial slurs, but it usually don't be in Colorado. It would mostly be the team I was just talking about, the Boston Red Sox. They're pretty notorious at that.
All right, that's who that is. What's going on, Tracy? Shout out to Tracy saying E-Buck is in the building. You better believe it, brother. And Huey is as well, y'all. We talking about sports. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, that was Pride with a lot of those coming. Okay, yeah, I'm starting to get, I couldn't access who was saying what earlier, but now I see it. Thank you, Pride, for tuning in as well, brother. But yeah, we about to get up out of here, y'all. Good show. I'm sorry I didn't get my brother a chance to do more of the talking this evening. I kind of took up a lot of it, but I think most of that was because he was agreeing with a lot of what I was saying. Am I wrong with that, sir?
A lot of that stuff just a waste of time, man. Anyway, man, I don't watch it, you know, and then you talk about a sports fanatic not watching sports, man. It's not just because I don't watch it, it's just because it's not relevant.
Right. I mean, bottom line, I would go back to watching some of them old highlights of back in the day good games before I watched a lot of that preseason nonsense. But anyway, looking forward to the real season coming up soon. A lot of good storylines with that. We'll definitely be talking about some of those in the weeks to come as training camps start to open up and the preseason actually starts to plan itself out. But in the meanwhile, the one thing I'm really looking forward to this season, college football. All right, hold on. Would I be wrong if I decided to replace my use of the N word with dinger, or is it too soon? Dinger, dinger, dinger. Sounds beautiful. All the possibilities. Y'all remember that old Dave Chappelle skit from back in the day about how they came up with the N word? If you haven't, go look it up online. Hilarious. Hilarious. But anyway, y'all, we about to get up out of here. Before I go, there's a couple things we got to say. First of all, you got to get your usual spiel, bro. Go on into it.
Y'all already know what to do, man. Tune in to, you know, the blog, Pure to the Game podcast, man. There's a few things I'm about to put on there. I'm about to get us together for the fantasy football season. You know, want to make sure all of y'all get tuned in to that. We're going to be doing that pretty soon. And I'm going to show E the pictures, man. I got some pretty cool belts. So, yeah, we're going to definitely do like the first, second, and third place. And, yeah, just tune in, man, for the sports fix, man, because for the most part, man, whatever they got out there, man, and ain't nothing going past me. So, yeah, I definitely have it out there probably before your favorite sport network. So, yeah, tune in, man. Let me know what I can do better, you know. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like, man. You know, like I said, man, it's a blog, but it's not just about me, man. It's about, you know, the fans. So let me know what y'all want to put on there. And, man, I do the best I could to make sure y'all get what y'all need to get y'all sport fix. So tune in.
Right. Okay, so hold on. Use it in a sentence. Get off my lawn, you. Oh, pride. Yeah, you definitely have seen that Dave Chappelle skit, no doubt. Get off my porch, you dinger! Sounds beautiful. All the possibilities. Yeah, y'all definitely got to see that. Look up David Chappelle, and one of those skits will definitely come up. But okay, look. Remember what he was saying. We are doing a fantasy football league, y'all. We want y'all to be a part. We're looking at about 8 to 10 teams. There will be prizes, people. Maybe even monetary prizes, depending on who we hook up and how we hook it up. But you're going to win a nice little trophy. You're either going to get one of those championship belts or one of the championship for the winner. We're not sure. Second place person is going to get a prize as well, perhaps a championship ring or somewhat for being in the finals, what have you. And I think everybody will probably get some type of certificate made up. So we definitely want to have people be a part of it. So Shada and Pride and Tracy and everybody else that may be interested, please contact us. Let us know so we can see how many people we got that's interested and we can get it all set up. Because in the next week or two, we want to do the darn thing, okay?
I sent the belt to you too, man. I got a couple more if you want to see them, you know. But for the most part, I can show you the rings because I didn't have rings before, and we just figure out what we're gonna do for the third prize.
Right on. We'll figure all that out. But yeah, Shada said, Otani just hit a dinger. Yep. So what's that, like 39 for Otani now, somewhere like that?
Damn, what just happened?
He just hit a home run, according to Shada.
Oh no, man. The Rays was down 20-0. Now it's 28. So yeah. Well, the game about over, so it doesn't matter.
He said that's number 38 for Otani. That's what's up.
I think Otani top news.
I say he probably gonna get somewhere around 50, a little bit over maybe.
Yeah, I think he's still one of the lead leaders too in home runs.
Yeah, I know it's him and Guerrero Jr. They was like neck and neck last I saw.
I got to see if Guerrero hit one because it's kind of weird to not see him hit a home run. But, you know, he got daddy in his jeans, boy, and his daddy can hit anything.
And yeah, speaking of Vladimir Guerrero, talking about not only Vladdy has 35 according to Shada, yep. But Vladdy could hit anything. I'm talking about you throw it way up here, you throw it way over there. I done seen him hit it with one hand and knock it out the park. Vladdy Guerrero was no joke. And for all the good he was as a hitter, he was a better outfielder. He had one of the best outfield arms I've ever seen. Ever. There's this one highlight. If you go on YouTube, you'll see it. Him basically at the warning track and throwing somebody out from the warning track. I'm talking about straight from the on deck, well, basically the warning track all the way to the catcher. No bounce, no nothing. Straight to his glove like bow and threw a boy out by about a good 5-6 feet. That type of arm.
I don't think nobody really got that type of cannon right now besides Jonas Cespedes. But his was a bounce, and to catch it in the glove from that far, man, you got to be impressed with that, man.
Right. They said basically Willie Mays back in the day had an arm like that too, but you know I wasn't alive for that, so don't know. But, we about to head out. Like I said, thank you for tuning in. GameTime Audible. Make sure that you check out the Future of the Game blog and look forward to the Future of the Game football podcast coming soon to the Nighthawk Network. So, any last words before we head out?
That'll be it for me. Peace out, man. I hope to see y'all again next week.
Right on. Thank you again. Shout out to my niece, Missy DeLissy, coming on through in the Vigo streets. And thank you, Shada, for tuning in. Thank you, Pride. Thank you, Tracy and H2 and everybody else that chimed in. You know, it's always a better show when people come in and check in. Don't forget about Road. Road always checking in. Got our back. So until next week, y'all, signing off here from the fabulous studios over there in Hughes World and right here in the Nighthawk Network. We will catch y'all next Wednesday for more GameTime Audible. Till then, y'all be safe, man. Remember, like my man Stan Mason always said, life is not a Trump rally. COVID is not over, okay? Wear the mask, y'all. Wear the mask. If you're not going to get vaccine, at least wear the mask. Please. All right, hold on, y'all. Wait for it. Wait for it. We out.
Peace.
GameTime Audible is a Nighthawk Network presentation.
And he was out, and I'm out. Bye-bye.